work feels fun, 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 and then boom, out of nowhere, it feels boring. And this cycle could happen multiple times, and I know for myself why this is. Obviously, it doesn't have to be the same way for you, but might be. So, how I notice this pattern is everything that you're doing for clients. Like I have 5 or 6 clients. It's fun. Working on a daily basis is fun. Everything that comes with it, thumbnails, titles, scripts, client communication, recordings, preparation. It's challenging and it's fun and there's pressure and I feel like I have something to lose. And then after like 3-4 weeks that I have that workload, it gets boring and it seems repetitive and you want a new shot of dopamine from your environment, from client work, from results, from monetary success. And I know for myself why this is. For me, I notice this is because I get used to the baseline pressure. So last year I had 2 clients and I posted twice a week for them, so 4 videos a week, and I felt like I was busy as fuck. I felt like I had everything to lose and I had a lot of pressure and I was the busiest person alive. And now I look back at it a year later and I'm like, whoa, I really had nothing to do. Like, how did I even spend so much time on all that work? And now I have 6 clients and I'm sure in a month, I think it's gonna be in a month, I'm gonna think, oh my God, I had nothing to do. How did I fill my time with all that, like with that little amount of work? And how this happens if you're an intelligent human being and you are good at pattern recognition and you are good at efficiency maxing, basically, what happens is that you find more efficient ways to do the work that you were doing. You recognize patterns. So for scripts, you notice video ideas that work well, that work worse. You start finding ways to make them as quick as possible. So with AI, you find ways to do them in batches. You find ways to replicate the same ideas and templates for other clients. So you save time. The pressure eventually slows down because you're getting used to it. It's the same pressure for 2-3 weeks. And eventually, if you hit those deadlines all the time, then it doesn't seem like real pressure anymore because it becomes easier and easier for you. And that's the point. After you recognize that you can hit the deadlines easily, that's for me the point that it either becomes boring, that I will find new source of dopamine, so I will start posting more on my personal channels, I will start posting more for clients, or I will start doing work for other clients in the past that need free help or extra help for a little amount of money, whatever, just to keep myself busy. And this is because I said, you become more efficient, you do it in batches, and also because when you take on a client and that person, his characteristics are new to you, his niche is new to you, all the templates, all the scripts, all the work that you're doing is for the first time, for the second time. But after 5, 6, 7 times, it becomes repetitive and you know what you're doing, you know what you have to look for, what makes it good, what makes it worse, you understand it, you know your way around. And then the challenge disappears. The main point of this video is that I noticed after I've had a client for 3 weeks, no, that's maybe a little bit too short, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, that I recognize that I can do it quick, efficient, and that the pressure kind of disappears because I hit the deadlines too easily. And that's when I want to increase my workload. Last February, so 3 months ago, this was very heavy for me. I had those 2 clients still, and I did some work for myself on the side. Oh my God, there's some guy blowing leaves on the side. I hope you can't hear it, but for me it's super fucking loud. In last February, I noticed that I had 2 clients and I still did my own work on the side, but those, like that work for myself, doesn't really have any deadlines, and the work for the clients was so repetitive that I really even wanted to change environments. I wanted to start traveling just to get more dopamine, just to get more challenge. Because at the end of the day, you are an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm just only looking for a challenge. That's the only thing that I care about. I don't really care about the money specifically, like already it has to go up the more work you do and the better your work is. But at a certain point, for me that's like 6.5 or 7K a month. Last month was over 10K, but this month we go a little bit under that again. Like over 6.5K, 7K a month, I really don't care anymore. I can do everything that I want. I can travel anywhere. I can stay in the coolest places. I can eat whatever I want, and I can send people money that I care about. So at that point, like I just sent my money, I just sent my mom 150 euros for Mother's Day. Like, I don't feel that. I don't know that money will never, I will never see it again, but I'll never feel that it left my bank account. And that's what I care about. So for me, the challenge is not for money. Yes, if you're between 2 and 4K a month, then you're still grinding for money. But after that, you just start grinding for the challenge and the difficulty and more clients. And oh shit, because the first week or the first 2 weeks that you take those new clients, you will feel overwhelmed as fuck. You will feel busy as fuck. Was also last year in November when I was in Bali. I took on like 3 new clients. Most of them churned or we did some free work for them. So it wasn't them, by the way. They were not ready for our service. But we live and we learn. That's why our churn rate is still so low, because we don't make them churn. We churn on them when they're not ready for our work, because we are just a very high-end white glove agency and we take everything very seriously. And if they can't deliver on the recordings, the quality of the recordings, anything really, the client communication, then we churn with them. Anyway, that was in November, Bali last year, that I took 2 or 3 more clients, and also because I took 1 client from a creative that we fired, so I had to start doing his work. And I felt so overwhelmed. Like every moment in the day I was on my laptop and I was like, oh my god, I'm now doing this, but I also have to do this and I also have to do this. Like you're always feeling like you're one step behind and you should be doing the next thing already. And that is honestly the best feeling ever for a season. And then, like I said, you recognize patterns, you become quicker, you become efficient. An onboarding call is like a one-off, obviously. Finding templates for clients is kind of a one-off. You kind of know what to look for. And then eventually you become more efficient, you become quicker. And Jesus, it's so loud. The guy is blowing the leaves. There's a helicopter flying around, and there's also some other random sound. Oh yeah, traffic. I hope you really can hear me. So that's basically it. And then you need those kind of seasons. So overload in work, you do so much work and you're kind of too busy and you don't even know if you can go to the gym. Then the second period is, okay, you've accepted the deadlines, you understand what to do, and it's just grinding. You just have to do everything on time, and that's the peak moment for me. That you're like in motion, in momentum, you make more money now because the paycheck hit, and you get hopefully good results for those clients. And then the third phase is when you recognize that it's becoming easier, that you start having more time in the day, that you start looking on your phone more, you start trying to see more girls, you start going to the gym more often, you start eating more just for dopamine, you start wanting to travel more for the dopamine. That phase, whatever it is for you, maybe you start playing video games because we also have an Xbox here. Whatever it is for you, that's when you should recognize, okay, I need more clients, I need to get back into the dumps again, to start grinding, to start being super busy, overloading yourself in work, and then you replicate those cycles again, and that's ideal for me. But don't stay too stuck in one cycle. Become better, become more efficient, become quicker, so that you can move to the next cycle. And then when you feel like you've outgrown that cycle again, then next. And that is how businesses grow to $1 billion a year, to $5 billion a year. If everyone does this, if everyone overloads, grinds, and gets tired, then you can overload again, and you can grind again, and you can be tired again. And in the meantime, you obviously hire more people, so that you're not always the person doing all the work. Eventually, you start delegating, but that's also overload in teaching someone. And then it's kind of emotion, so they can understand it. And then at a certain point, they understand it, and you get boring because you don't have to teach them anymore. That's a video. This might have actually been the best video I've ever made on this channel, by how efficient I explained everything, how valuable it was, and how easy it was to understand for you as the viewer. So hopefully this video does a little bit better than the previous ones, because I've just been posting a little bit of bullshit on this channel, to be honest. That's it. I'll get back to work and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.